Are you living to eat or are you eating to live? That is the question. Welcome to a new video, guys, called High Testosterone Nutrition Guide. You guessed it, it is going to be a video about nutrition and in particular with relationship to testosterone. I'm going to make you guys a promise. If you watch the entirety of this video, you're going to learn new foods that have a positive effect on your nutrition. At the beginning, it's going to be a bit more general, like eggs, oysters, meat, of course, those are the ones that most people already know. But towards the video, we're going to shift to some lesser known ones that increase your testosterone levels or that have a positive effect on your testosterone. So, let's begin. First of all, red meat. Red meat is rich in vitamin A, the B vitamins, K2, copper, zinc, choline, selenium, iron, potassium, phosphorus, and more. I'm not going to be counting or naming all of these nutrients, by the way. You can just read them on the screen. They're going to be there for almost all the foods, but yeah. Meat is also high in bioavailability, which basically means that it is easily absorbable. And this is also what the problem is when you eat a lot of plants, because plant food is low in bioavailability. Red meat is also a complete protein, which basically means it has all the essential amino acids. Then again, plant protein doesn't have that. It also contains cholesterol, which is the building block for testosterone. So, as a vegan, it's already very difficult to get enough protein. But because the protein inside is also not easily absorbable, it's also low in bioavailability, you need to eat even more compared to if you were just eating some red meat. Next up, oysters. It's rich in a whole lot of stuff, so it increases your testosterone levels. It's also, it's a difficult word, I'm not gonna even try. Aphrodisiac, I probably botched it. You can just read it on the screen. It means that it increases your libido. It's good for your skin, immune system, eyes, mental health, heart, bones, and a lot more. Lowers inflammation. Great food, one of nature's multivitamin pills that we currently have. Or not currently have, that we have. Next up, eggs, rich in a whole lot of nutrients as well. They contain these two antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. Good for the eye health, probably botched this name as well, but yeah, it is what it is. They're good for the eyes. And the choline inside, where's choline over here, it's also good for the eyes as well. Rich in protein, helps with weight loss, and it has about 200 milligrams of cholesterol per egg, which is good for the testosterone levels. Next up, pomegranates. Great for the brain, cardiovascular system, the skin, for the gut, longevity, libido, fertility, and testosterone. There's been a study done that showed a 24% increase in testosterone levels after just 1 to 2 weeks of drinking pomegranate juice. And for the guys in here, I guess you're all guys, so for everybody here, it also improves the bedroom performance because it increases nitric oxide, which enhances blood flow to your friend down below. So if you drink this, your woman gonna thank you as well. Next up is ginger. Ginger increases LH, FSH, and testosterone. Reduces oxidative stress, which is of course very important for your testosterone levels, but for your overall health in general. Ginger increases testicular weight, blood flow to the testes, and it makes you smarter because it stimulates neuron growth factor, and big shock coming in, stimulates the growth of neurons. Next up, onions. Onions increase LH as well, which Leydig cells, and then testosterone, basically the same as over here. LH, testosterone, same as here. Rich in antioxidants, always going to be important, improves bone density, is good for the gut and good for your heart. Contains sulfur, and sulfur increases the absorption of zinc and iron, and we all know zinc is crucial for testosterone. Also improves the bedroom performance, same way as pomegranate juice or pomegranates in general do that. Next up, garlic, rich in antioxidants, improves the bedroom performance as well. Also contains sulfur, so it increases zinc and iron absorption, which is important for testosterone. Next up, raw honey. Now, if you've been watching my Instagram channel, you know I'm a big fan of raw honey. Probably not going to be anything new over here if you've been just reading and watching along. Raw honey increases LH, Leydig cells, testosterone, like we previously mentioned. Contains a lot of flavonoids, which reduces oxidative stress. Contains chrysin, which increases starch gene expression and lowers aromatase. Starch gene expression basically increases the protein star, which is responsible for cholesterol into the mitochondria. And in the mitochondria, cholesterol gets converted into pregnenolone, which is a precursor to testosterone. Sorry for butchering the name, it's gonna happen quite a few times in the future as well. And aromatase is a enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen, so we want to lower that naturally as well, of course. Over here you can see flavonoids, lowers oxidative stress, glycine, stargine, aromatase, LH, etc. for testosterone. This is basically the study that I've got all this information from. Next up, we have raw milk. Raw milk is rich in a whole lot of nutrients, as you can see over here. Also contains beneficial enzymes and beneficial probiotica. During the pasteurization process, nutrients, enzymes, probiotica get destroyed. Raw milk is going to be good for about 3, 4, 5 days. That is the general recommendation. I know some guys that just leave it out there, and if it's getting like a bit sour, it's just going to turn into a sort of kefir. So, I mean, do with that information as you will. General recommendation is consume it within 3 days. It's just healthier. I mean, it has more nutrients, it has more enzymes, it has more probiotica. Make sure that the cows are living as close as possible to their natural way of living, because then it's the healthiest it is going to be for you. So the best way is grass-fed, raw A2 milk. That's going to be the best combination. Can be from cows, raw A2 goat. Yeah, raw A2 goat milk is going to be good as well. Next up, the big old organ meats. Nature's true multivitamin. Rich in a whole lot of stuff. I don't think a lot more needs to be said over here. It's just a bomb of vitamins and nutrients. Liver is probably the most nutrient dense food that we have. Yeah, that we have. Next up, raw cacao. Rich in zinc, magnesium, iron and manganese. Great source of magnesium. Has quercetin and epigenin, which are protective for the Leydig cells. Leydig cells produce testosterone. They reduce oxidative stress. Also, I see that I've made a spelling error over here, my bad, but it also increases free testosterone because it lowers SHBG. Next up, we have fatty fish, rich in a whole lot of nice things as well, but make sure that when you consume fish that it is wild caught, so from farm raised to wild caught. It's the same principle as I've said at raw milk. The closer the animal has lived to its natural way of living, the healthier it is going to be for you. Now, if it is raised in a farm, it is not living to its natural way of living. If it is wild caught, it is. Also need to watch out for microplastics, of course. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. Wild caught is still going to be better than farm raised. Also, if you eat seafood from a can, if you eat canned seafood, canned fish or canned anything, make sure to eat some kimchi alongside of it, because kimchi reduces absorption of BPA. And the reason you don't want to eat canned food is because of BPA. So it's going to be a good combination. Next up, bone broth. Bone broth is rich in collagen, low stress, it's good for the metabolic health, lowers inflammation, great for the gut, and improves sleep. So this is just a good general addition to have into your diet. Shellfish, I mean, we've already covered oysters. Shellfish rich in a whole lot of nutrients as well. Yeah, I don't think anything more needs to be said about shellfish. It's just healthy. Make sure to eat it. Mussels are great. I like shrimp as well. Crab is nice as well. At least I like the taste of it. Next up, seaweed, probably one of the better sources for iodine, which is very important for the thyroid, also rich in vitamin A, C, and E. So, if you have an iodine deficiency, just nyam on some seaweed. Next up, carrots. Carrots absorb estrogen from the gut. It's also very good for the gut, obviously. And the best way to consume it is to get some raw carrots on an empty stomach. Seasonal and local fruit. Great for the gut. Some remove heavy metals, and they are all rich in antioxidants. Some contain melatonin, such as kiwi fruit over here and pineapple over here. So it improves sleep, also a whole lot of other things. Melatonin isn't only just for sleep, but the main reason, or the main thing people think about when they hear melatonin is sleep. Great for the thyroid because the thyroid needs fuel. More stress is more carbs. Thyroid needs carbs. Oranges contain naringenin, which is an aromatase inhibitor. If you can recall from a few minutes ago, aromatase is an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen, which we do not want. And the reason that it needs to be local and seasonal is because that is going to be best for your circadian rhythm. And if your circadian rhythm is optimized, your energy levels and your sleep are going to be better. And the reason that it is, light is a barcode. If you are living in the Netherlands, for example, where I'm from, In the winter, eating pineapple, it's a mismatch between location and what you're eating, disrupts your circadian rhythm. Simply as that. Next up, apple cider vinegar. Great for the gut and also for the liver. Improves nutrient absorption. It increases the stomach acidity. So if you have high stomach acidity, you need to basically watch out with this one. But most people have too low stomach acidity. Can also be used as a shampoo or as hand soap, and it can reduce pesticides as well. Just make sure to get a bowl of water, 50% water, 50% apple cider vinegar. Put your veggies or your fruits in there and it will wash off some pesticides. It just reduces its content. Next up, olives and extra virgin olive oil. They inhibit aromatase, testosterone, estrogen. It improves the thyroid because of this big word over here. I'm gonna butcher the name, so just read it off the screen. Extra virgin olive oil has been shown to increase testosterone by 17.4% and LH by 42.6%. Rich in magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sulfur. And make sure that it's from high quality, because some olives are contained in seed oils. Don't want to do that. And some olive oils have been, diluted, I think. It's probably not the right word, but it's mixed with seed oils. Just to, make it cheaper, I guess, because we have a shortage of seed oils, or at least that's something I saw coming through. I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of research about our olive oil shortage, but just make sure that it is of high quality and that it is without seed oils. Next up, you already saw it. What are we going to be cooking in? Best things to cook in are butter, coconut oil, ghee, lard, or tallow. Again, no seed oils. We don't want to do that. Might make a video about it in the future. If you just go on my Instagram channel, you can see enough content about why you shouldn't consume seed oils. Next up, salt. Salt is healthy, guys. The same as cholesterol. I recommend 6 to 11 grams per day. Reduces cortisol. And just make sure that the salt is from nature, so no table salt. Next up, we have coffee. Coffee stimulates androgen receptor production and 5-alpha reductase activity, which leads in more DHT. Don't fear DHT. DHT doesn't make you go bald. I can make a video about hair loss in the future. DHT isn't the root cause of losing your hair. So forget about that. Next up, first cup 60 minutes after breakfast. If you drink your coffee before breakfast, when you're fasting, your blood sugar levels are already low. If you drink a cup of coffee, it lowers the blood sugar levels even further. And this causes stress. Your adrenals will produce adrenaline, cortisol, etc., which will reduce your testosterone levels. And the reason that you need to drink it 60 minutes after breakfast is for the nutrient absorption, because coffee can lower the nutrient absorption a bit from the food that you've just eaten. Also important to get mycotoxin-free coffee. Most coffee contains mycotoxins, but there are certain brands that just test on it that it is mycotoxin-free. So if you can, try to get this one. Next up, we have gelatin and collagen. I mean, we've talked about it a bit already at bone broth, but it is great for the metabolic health. It's great for growing muscles, lower inflammation, improve the digestion, regulate blood sugar, improve your sleep, improve your joint health, and also to improve your skin appearance. Next up, we have raisins. Raisins is rich in boron, and most people's diet lack boron because of the way that our soils are depleted of nutrients. Boron and raisins are great for the free testosterone and for DHT levels, and they also lower free estrogen levels. Next up, we have aged cheese and blue cheese. Great source of vitamin K2. It's beneficial bacteria and enzymes, so it's great for the gut. It contains fat-soluble vitamins. Oh yeah, as I said, it's great for the gut. It's a good addition to your diet as well. Cranberries are rich in antioxidants, such as ursoleic acid and quercetin. Ursoleic acid improves muscle growth and fat loss because it promotes muscle protein synthesis while inhibiting fat cell formation. Quercetin improves heart disease, lowers your chance of heart disease, lowers your chance of cancer, and lowers your chance of brain disorders. So cranberries are great food to eat as well. Some final additional points. Animal products are superior to plant-based products when it comes to the nutrient content. But make sure that the animal is living or has lived as close as possible to its natural way of living. Which means grass-fed meat, wild-caught fish, pasture-raised chicken or eggs, etc. Cholesterol is healthy, as you can see over here. or as you can see over here, cholesterol is the building block for testosterone. It's also important for the formation of cell membranes, for your brain health, cardiovascular health, and vitamin D synthesis. Also, if your food has been freezed or cooked, the nutrients, bacteria, and enzymes will be destroyed. Not all of them, of course, but just some of them. And that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave your comments down below if you have anything to add to the list, or if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you disagree with, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm gonna be creating some more YouTube videos in the future.